How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you guys have, you guys know, do smash the like button. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, or tips, tricks, and anything else, leave that in the comment section down below. With that out of the way, let's get into today's episode. So, as you can see, a few things have changed, because I did a little bit of work off camera. Some of that work being, we have an actual power plant thing going on. So just to kind of cover what we did is, so we kind of saw the platform that we were working on and a couple other things. We got coal coming in, so that's what this belt is. We got the water pumped in, kind of going this way, going here. We don't need the inline pump here. Like, there is enough pumpage just in the normal line that we could probably get rid of this. But just in case, I built a bypass around it, so that way water can still flow and it will go that way. I'm sure that will probably have some unforeseen consequences by technically being able to be pumped that way and back into itself. I'm sure that will have some sort of repercussions. But for now, everything's flowing, everything's maxed out, so we can actually get some decent power. Now, we do have to adjust our coal a little bit. It should be flowing. Actually, I think that grid that the coal's on is on a separate grid. We'll have to go adjust that. But essentially, it allows us to scale it so we can add as many water, or as much as we want, so we can have ample here. We do have a bunch of coal on us, so I'm going to just throw this in, just so we can make sure we're getting things produced. Uh-oh. Okay, good. And also because I don't really need coal in my inventory. So, we're going to get rid of that. Cool. So let's go figure out why coal is not on that belt. I think I might have forgot to hook something up. But yeah, so we got rid of the one coal power plant that was in there. We'll probably get rid of the bio burners as well, move some things around. And just more or less, that's going to be our power plant, so to speak. So let's go and find... Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. I just exited before the coal had gotten there. Because I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I hooked up that grid, or that power, to that grid, so that is powered up. Awesome. Okay. So let's head back over here. We need to build a bridge or something to, like, get over the pipe and then get back onto the side of the world. Maybe we'll do that at some point, but not right now. So, let's see. We want to work towards getting phase 2 built. That is kind of our stop shop. And I did look at the awesome shop. There are quite some cool things in here. Mainly just, like, the little outlets are cool. The foundations, I see what you guys were talking about, the inverted ramp set, and there's some other things. There's the half foundation set, but I want a half ramp set. But I don't think that's in here. Like, I don't know if there's more things to unlock or if this is it. But I would like a half ramp set, but that's fine, I guess. Doors, the walls, a lot of these are cool. I really want the conveyor walls. I think that's going to be something we buy early on. And then it looks like just decorations. Oh, there are stairs, though. So I guess we don't need the half. A lot of this is really cool. And I definitely want to get into it. I just don't know when we're going to get into it. Because I'm sure at some point... Oh, there was a little cart. That's cool. I think at some point we are going to redesign this factory, because I'm sure we're going to come across, like, inefficiencies or, like, space constraints where, like, oh, this design isn't really what we want to do. We want to do it this way. So I'm sure we'll do that at some point. But I think right now my main goal for this playthrough is I just want to kind of get through things, and then, because of course with the update coming out in September, was it? Was it September? Somebody correct me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was September. With that coming out, I just kind of want to try to get through as much of the content as I can while still learning things, and then I think in our next playthrough we'll definitely focus more on, like, making a base that looks cool but also functions really nicely. So that I think will be where we're at. So currently, just to kind of recap, hopefully that thing doesn't attack us, is iron is on the first floor, copper is on the second floor, smelting is on the far right, intermediate smelting is here, and then some kind of second tier of smelting is right in front of us. So in order to get those plates made, so if we look in here in the little recipe selector, we need the reinforced iron plates and we need rotors. So we need to automate reinforced iron plate and rotors. To do the iron plates, we have the two options, right? So we have the lower tier, which is, they're both plate and they're both bolts. It's just the ratio of bolts to plates. So here, for 3 times the amount of resources, we end up spending... actually spend more bolts doing that. Huh. I mean, it's the same amount of time, but we end up spending more bolts going that route. So we don't really save on anything then. The only difference is it crafts 3 at a time rather than 1. Because same amount of plate. Yeah, cause otherwise we end up spending 14 more bolts on this, which isn't technically enough for a whole nother cycle of plate. I mean, the bolts aren't, I guess, the most expensive thing, but I guess multiplicatively over the whole factory. Because how many bolts are we producing right now? 40 per minute, so we have 120 bolts per minute. Well, 120, this would actually multiply out into the first recipe. It doesn't really go into the second recipe. We'd have to have 2 more machines to get to 200, but even then, that still wouldn't really work. We'd have to do a multiple of 3 here, so I don't know what that ended up being, where that would line up, but yeah. Okay. And then how much plate are we producing? We have 20, 40, 60, 80. Right? Because this is producing, yeah, rod. Alright, so we have 80 plate a minute, which is significant for this, at least. Okay. Do we need bolts for anything else? Do we need bolts for the rotors? Yes. So we need to increase our bolt production, I think. Okay. So we can do both, I suppose. Well, we can't base it on how many plates we're producing, because the plates are really independent. I'm trying to think. We could, again, we have a little bit more room. We could extend the platform out a bit, but I'm thinking what we do instead is we put a 3rd floor on our factory, and that's where we do combinations, maybe? Maybe that's what we do. Yeah. Well, let's grab that. For now, things are just going to be a giant cube, I think. I don't think we're going to get it super fancy. At some point, we might redesign the factory to make it look nice, but right now, we're going to slap some walls on it. Maybe. Like that, like so, like so. Okay, and then we're going to go make like a 3rd floor. Okay. Yeah, we'll build one there. And then maybe we'll put a door here or something. That'll probably be the move. Okay. Same thing right here is we'll probably put a door. Okay. And then the only issue is this has to be 3 high. Like that to handle the size. I don't know if we can get it up there. No. Okay, so let's head over here onto our handy dandy little quick ladder. Right, so if we're gonna put a 3rd floor, it would have to be like way up there. Or we can kind of do what we did here, where that's only 2 high. Right. So instead of going all the way up there, we could probably make that like the roof. And then we could do... we can't get it from here. Okay, so let's head up top. We'll see if we can do it there. We do have 2 more smelters here we can probably get activated. Oh, that is right. Not sure how we're gonna make this work. I think eventually we'll replace this with stairs and have actual stairs up here. Okay. We need to get over here and go. Can I climb the ladder with this out? Yes. Okay. We need to be on this one. Like that. Yes. Okay. So we'll keep it open from here to here. And then what we'll do is we'll use this to extend out. Alright. And then we can use this as the roof of the facility. I think that's what we'll do. For steel production and other things, we probably are going to have another building. We have some space over there. We could probably put it, I guess. And I also know we have some space over there we can use. So the factory will probably change quite considerably as we go through things. Oh, yeah. We'll go like that, we'll go like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Definitely you can make some really cool buildings in this. Right now, we're just gonna have a cube. And I need to stop placing underneath the platforms. Okay, we'll get something going kind of like this. And then we'll put our combinations of things up here. We also want to get the miners 2, Mark 2s, but I think we need steel for that. Okay, cool. So now we have that platform. So I'm thinking what we can do is take our outputs. So take a number 8. The lift is going to be limited by the resources. So the splitter is only limited by the belt capacity we do. So let's do this. So we can take that out. Take the conveyor belt Mark 2. So that's going to go there. And then okay, we'll go from there. We need a similar thing here. 8. This is only a Mark 1, so we are going to have to upgrade it to a Mark 2 at some point, but I think I just want to get it built for now. Okay, now let's head up top, and then we're going to get this guy essentially functioning. Okay. Yeah, having actual stairs here will help. Instead of that. Alright, perfect. And then we could actually have this turn. That. Cool. Alright. And then I think what we'll do is we'll have production go that way, and then have things loop back as we need them. So then we need production, assembler, and then I learned a really cool trick, well, off camera. I learned that I can do H, and then just use my arrow keys to move things around. But I think we can get one more plate this way. Yeah. We use this line that we're building right now. This is where we're going to put the splitters and stuff. Okay. So then, grab my H assembler. Looks good. And these guys are gonna make. I kind of want to do this one because it's gonna be more efficient for us. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's just do 5 a minute. The other one lets us do 15 a minute. So I don't know, because it's like we'd use all of our screw production just on these, which is another thing. But we'd be able to get 30 minutes. So you know what? We're gonna go for the more expensive one. We're gonna use more stuff, but it's fine. We need a splitter. We need plate. That's fine because this isn't gonna eat quite what. Oh, that is gonna eat more though. That should have iron plate on it. Unless we didn't connect it. Oh, we didn't connect it. Okay. There we go. We do need more stuff. Do we have lights? Or do we have to unlock lights? Because it is dark. I think we have to unlock lights. Why don't you have rods? Because we don't have iron. We don't have iron because you don't have iron. You don't have iron because that is Mark II, correct? Mark II, Mark II. Because the Mark II is how fast? I think it's 120, right? Organization logistics, 120 units. Oh, we can actually only support 4 of these, so that's why these 2 are getting starved, because we just don't have I see. I see. Okay. Well, when we bring in the other iron from spawn... Why is this guy not functioning? Oh, because he's not connected. That would explain. Okay, well that's going to help out a little bit with the iron shortages. The second component is if we can get the other iron in here, we can then artificially boost our production. We don't have any closer iron, do we? We have that one. That one. 400. There is one probably just over the hill we could probably bring in. We could have it come in, and then we could bring it up. We'll probably bring it up and over right here. And then just have it come down to feed these last two. Because we can't expand these walls, right? Yeah, there's a boulder in our way. Well, actually, you know, I suppose what we could do is there's only a boulder in our way right here. So we could do that. Which would... no, we can't. I don't think we'd be able to fit it. It's kind of a similar problem right here. I mean, we could probably build some land here that I would like to use, but we really can't right now. Okay. I do want to get iron for this. Let's work on getting this functioning, and then we'll worry about getting the extra stuff. Alright, so then we need a splitter. I'm going to put the splitter here before I do anything. Okay. Oh, we just can't afford it, that's why. Okay. And then... so we need to artificially jumpstart this. But I don't have any screws. But there are screws here we can grab. We should be able to get back up there through this. Good. Gotta climb over machines. I'm sure this is not OSHA approved, but it's fine. Oh, we also have to hook power up to this. So let's do that as well. That's maxed out. Not most optimal, but it works. Okay. And then this will give us plates, so we'll make 30 a minute, give or take. Obviously, I'm not sure what, like, production per minute I should be going for, because, like, in Factorio, you'd base it off your science, so, like, however many science packs per minute. I don't really know what that would look like in this. So, if somebody could give me, like, what's a good goal for production? Like, what does good goals look like? Definitely let me know. We're not going to talk about the fact that I'm making belt literally go between belt Because that makes no sense right there. But yeah, it works. Actually, this doesn't matter right now because that's only a Mark 1. So unless we change that out as well, which I guess we should do. If we're gonna do this correctly. Mark 2. Oh, we need a lot of plate then if we're doing a Mark 2. Crap. Okay, well, let's grab the rest of the screws. While we do that... And that's already a Mark II, right? Yeah. I can't, like, Spider-Man my way now. Okay. I was gonna hopefully say we're gonna Spider-Man our way up there, but that is not gonna happen. The factory is taking shape. We have vertical integration. We have horizontal integration. We need to throw these into there. We need to throw these into there. Might as well get both machines working. Sweet. Excellent. As Mr. Smithers would say, excellent. I don't know if it's gonna do the right things. I know these can be very finicky. Go like that, like that, like that, like that. Okay. So now it's connected up. And then we'll call it here for today. I can already sense some redesigning of the production floor happening as things evolve, but we'll see. But we need like 20 probably. Where's 12? Which means you should also have 12. Excellent. Okay. There we go. We're not going to talk about that or that. That's Mark 1, right? No, it's Mark 2. That is also Mark 2. I like how it's just, like, where do the plastic trays come from? Because only iron is ever put into that production. So I guess we're just getting plastic out of thin air. I could very well see a hard mod being like, oh, you have to make the plastic to put the screws in the bins. Have fun. And even going as far as saying you also need dye or like ink to make the little lettering and stuff on. That'd be awful. Well, at least that now has screws. It requires 250 per minute. But I'm pretty sure... that's not what I want to do. But I'm pretty sure... So these are 120 per minute. It needs 250 per minute. So even one full belt going into this machine will not be enough. We're operating at... A full belt can operate one of these machines at half speed. We're operating two machines on one belt, so they're operating at less than a quarter speed. And when it's sporadic like this, it's even less. So that's great. To be fair, I think we're only satiating the belt half the time. Because it's 120 per minute. Actually, we should be producing... Okay, if all three screw machines down here were fully operational, we would be able to satiate the Mark II belt. Because this is 120. But we can't because we don't have enough iron ore to satiate all of these because these two are starved for iron. Well, they're not entirely starved. It's like a little bit extra, but that's only because the first row is turned off, basically. I want to get these two functioning so we can double it to be able to actually satiate both of those machines. The problem then is we will just need more iron. Moral of the story, we need more iron. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, you guys know what to do. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Consider subscribing as it helps out the channel. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns for me, leave those down below. If you have any other tips or tricks for how we can increase throughput, because right now I think my biggest limitation for designing things is figuring out how to get higher throughputs in this game. I know we can upgrade the belt to like get higher throughput, but until we have higher tiered belt, do we just do bootstrapped like half mad concoctions? Because like to me this makes the most sense, like inline stuff that we can technically just plug more into, so I can just plug another thing in here and then continue our pattern and then just have it plug in here temporarily and then eventually have it plug in down there. Like, is that something that makes sense, or do we do some other squirrely stuff? If anybody has any tips or tricks for how do we increase throughput early on until we can get the higher tier belts and stuff, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys later.